As security professionals, you and I both understand that compliance isn't merely a checkbox item to be ticked. It's a continuous journey, a relentless pursuit of excellence in safeguarding the digital assets entrusted to your care. Our responsibility extends beyond mere adherence to regulations, although being compliant with regulations is the first crucial step. Our job encompasses a commitment to staying ahead of the curve, anticipating threats before they materialize, and proactively fortifying our defenses. If this resonates with you, stick with me. I am Priyanka Neelakrishnan, Product Line Manager here at Palo Alto Networks. In this presentation, let's delve into the intricate realm of SaaS compliance, a domain that lies at the heart of our collective mission to fortify digital landscapes against evolving threats. I'll also introduce you to our new compliance-centric SaaS posture management solution with a demonstration. Today, 70% of business applications are already SaaS-based, with expectations pointing to an 85% adoption rate by 2025, underscoring the pervasive nature of SaaS applications. At the forefront of this evolution is the widespread integration of artificial intelligence. Currently, 82% of cloud companies are incorporating AI-driven features into their SaaS products. This trend, supported by advancements in machine learning and natural language processing, promises to imbue SaaS applications with unprecedented intelligence and intuitive capabilities. Looking ahead into 2024, we anticipate a rapid surge in the accessibility of SaaS development thanks to the widespread adoption of low-code and no-code platforms. These advancements will streamline development processes and democratize SaaS creation. Organizations are like modern explorers, venturing into the cloud for its promise of agility and cost effectiveness. Yet, as they journey into this new frontier, they are realizing something unsettling. They lack the oversight and control they need over the services they have embraced. You see, data often ends up beyond the organization's grasp within these cloud-based applications. And no matter where this data roams, IT teams are left with the daunting task of ensuring security and compliance. Imagine an enterprise firewall acting as a vigilant guard, offering some visibility into the traffic and usage of these cloud services. It can decide which sites to allow, monitor, or block altogether. But once an employee ventures outside the network safety net and accesses a cloud service, it's like they are stepping into the unknown, beyond the reach of the watchful firewall. Now, imagine the challenge. With dozens, even hundreds of these cloud applications in use, it's like trying to keep track of a bustling marketplace. Every new SaaS addition introduces fresh complexities, with the stakes growing higher by the misconfiguration. In this cloud landscape, companies are on the edge, just one misstep away from inadvertently sharing their data with the entire world. The software as a service realm is on the brink of significant expansion, driven by a projected market value surpassing $310 billion by the end of 2024, with an anticipated compound annual growth rate of 18.4%. This vibrant sector is set to soar to a staggering $900 billion market valuation by 2030 and to more than $1,200 billion by 2032. Security and compliance are at the forefront of every organization's consideration when embracing the cloud. However, navigating this terrain isn't a walk in the park. With the rapid shift towards cloud solutions and the pressing need for swift adaptation in our post pandemic reality, organizations find themselves grappling with the challenge of finding and implementing the right security measures in a timely manner. Let's talk about something that affects us all: security mishaps. Security mishaps can happen for many reasons. Maybe someone overlooks a step, doesn't fully understand what they are doing, or the systems in place just aren't up to snuff. Now, think about how fast we have all been moving to adopt new cloud services, especially software as a service tools. Unfortunately, it's opened up new opportunities for security breaches, and they're happening more often than we would like. Enterprise SaaS is now on the path to become the leading source of all data breaches. Here on the slide, we are going to dive into a couple of recent examples. Take ServiceNow, for instance. A security engineer from another firm noticed a potential problem with ServiceNow access controls, which could have let the wrong people get their hands on the sensitive data. It turned out that a simple setting in one of their widgets was the culprit. It was letting anyone access data without even needing a password. Then there's the case of Microsoft's Power App Portals platform. Over 38 million records from different organizations were left hanging out there for anyone to see. It's a reminder that even big players can slip up when it comes to keeping our data safe. Imagine you're at the helm of an organization responsible for keeping sensitive data safe and secure. It's not just about locking the doors anymore. You have got a whole slew of regulations to follow, each one adding another layer of complexity to your security team's plate. Now, picture yourself leading a team where everyone needs to work together seamlessly. IT, development, and compliance folks all have to be on the same page to ensure that your SaaS applications are up to snuff with regulatory standards. It's like conducting an orchestra where every instrument needs to play in harmony for the music to sound just right. But here's where things get tricky. Without the right tools to see what's happening under the hood, it's like trying to solve a puzzle without all the pieces. SaaS environments are sprawling and intricate, making it tough to get a clear picture of your security posture. And when your data is scattered across different systems like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, piecing together insights for compliance becomes a Herculean task. These challenges don't just pop out of nowhere. They are rooted in issues like limited visibility, data fragmentation, outdated tools, and ever evolving regulations. Let's say you get the required visibility. Now, the next challenge is how do you fix those to become compliant? To tackle them head on, you need to shine a spotlight on your operations, streamline how you manage data, and harness the power of cutting edge tools and technologies. It's like equipping yourself with a powerful toolkit that helps you to navigate the complexities of the digital landscape with confidence and clarity. So, the answer to the problems is our Palo Alto Networks SaaS security posture management solution. We are focusing on three key areas. Number one is comprehensive application coverage. We support over 90 plus enterprise SaaS applications, meaning we get the settings of all those 90 apps in one place for making it easy for your IT admins to configure them. Number two, we focus on both security and compliance, meaning we provide you with best recommendation values for all these settings so that you can pick and choose if you want to adhere to that setting or you want to give your own value to those specific settings in the cloud applications. Number 3 is prevention first approach. We provide you with one-click easy remediation option wherein all you have to do is just look at it and say, okay, let's remediate the specific setting, and the setting is automatically remediated in the cloud application itself from our SaaS security posture management solution, right? With this, you decrease the time it takes to secure a SaaS app from week to a few minutes. I'm excited to introduce you to our compliance-centric SaaS posture management solution. You get 2 things from this. 1, auditability, and 2, fixability. So under posture security, now you have a compliance tab wherein you get 2 things. 1, a zoomed out vision of all compliance standards across your SaaS posture, and 2, a zoomed in vision into a specific compliance standard on a specific application instant, so that you get to the non-compliance settings and have the current value and suggested value for the non-compliance setting, and have that one-click remediation capability to make the non-compliant setting to compliant, ensuring you remain compliant, your SaaS applications remain compliant throughout the year. Not only that, you do have the option to enable drift prevention while you're modifying the value of the non-compliance setting, so that no one else can come and modify the setting value. Maybe people want to take a shortcut and want to get things done quicker. So now, because this drift prevention is enabled, they will not be able to take that shortcut, ensuring that your SaaS application remains compliant all throughout, not just during the audit time. All right, ready for the demo? I hope this would be helpful. Let's dive in. Okay, under SaaS security, you are getting into posture security, and under that you would have this compliance tab. This compliance tab will give you a zoomed out vision of all the compliance standards for your SaaS applications. How many of them are compliant, high, low, medium, and you get the segregation for each of the compliance standard. The table beneath, you have the compliance standards listed, the severity and the applications, policies that got violated, it's high, critical, medium, low, that segregation. Now, if you want to get into a specific compliance standard, let's say you're getting into NIST 800, so you get the zoomed in vision only for that specific compliance standard, and you do have the option to look at a specific application instant or all applications for that specific standard. So here you get that holistic vision on NIST compliance across applications. So now if you go in, here you see these are all the settings that I looked at. What is the setting name, setting description, current value, suggested value, and if the current and suggested value is different, then you would be provided with that action, which is the remediation action. If the auto remediation is enabled for that setting, you will be able to remediate it then and there. Otherwise, you'll be given that manual remediation steps that you need to follow by hopping on to that cloud application itself. So let's say you're going and looking at compliance settings. So for compliance settings, which means current and suggested value will be the same. And if we go into non-compliant setting, here we see 12 non-compliant settings. So here the current value and the suggested value will be different. So you need to make sure the current value is equivalent to the suggested value, so that that specific setting will become compliant. So you have 2 options here. As you can see on the screen on the actions column, you can do a remediate, like if you have remediate, you can automatically have the setting value changed in the cloud application from the SaaS security posture security management console here itself. Or you have a manual remediation option wherein you are provided with the steps that you have to take by hopping on to the cloud application yourself, right? These are the two options that you have from remediation perspective. Okay, now let's see what happens when you hit remediate. So if you do remediate, you have the ability to directly hit remediate so that the specific setting value is changed in the cloud application without you having to hop onto that application. Just from here, you can get that setting value modified. And along with that, you do have the option to enable drift prevention. Basically, once you have this drift prevention enabled, meaning that whoever is trying to modify the value of that setting, they'll not be able to modify because you have enabled the drift prevention to it, to that setting. Because you want that setting to be always compliant with that NIST standard. Now, if you hit on manual remediation, what happens is you are provided with the remediation options. Like these are all the steps that you need to follow by hopping on to the cloud application yourself, if the manual remediation is enabled for that specific setting. So this is how manual remediation is done. Okay. So now let's go into the zoomed out vision and look into some other setting like ISO 2700. So here again, you have different options like what are the compliance settings. For compliance settings, suggested and current value will be the same. For non-compliance settings, we have 9. For that, the suggested and current value would be different. Here again, you have the option to remediate or do a manual remediation option. So these two options. So you can still enable the drift prevention and hit remediate. Once you hit remediate, what happens is the setting value is submitted. It goes into the pending stage and then automatically it will come into that compliant state in the end. So this is how the compliance board helps you in taking action so that your SaaS application becomes compliant, even though it is not compliant for certain settings. Now you do have the option, you have the visibility, and you also have the option to take action to ensure that the specific application becomes compliant, right? You have the visibility and control, and this will make sure that your SaaS applications remain compliant all throughout, not just during the audit time. All right. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed the presentation and the demo, and looking forward to hearing your feedback after you take us for the test drive. Stay compliant, stay secure. This is me, Priyanka, signing off. Thank you.